Look at your phone right now. Open your camera roll and really see what is there. Is it filled with selfies or photos of your lunch? Or is it hundreds, perhaps thousands of photos of a creature that isn't human? Look around your home and notice the small details. Maybe you have a special stroller for your dog or a elaborate birthday party for your cat. You might be the person who proudly tells others that you don't need human children because you have your pet. Some people in society might laugh at this or think it is just a game of pretend. They think it is silly to treat a different species as if it were your own flesh and blood. But I am here to tell you that it is not pretend at all. Psychologically, your brain does not truly know the difference. When you look at your pet and feel that overwhelming rush of love, your body is doing something incredible. It is releasing the exact same chemicals it would release if you were looking at your own human child. We are living in a time where we are no longer just pet owners. We have become parents to a different species. But why is this happening now, especially for those of us in the middle and later chapters of our lives? Is it simply because they are cute, or is the answer much deeper and more spiritual? The truth is that we treat them like children because they offer us something human. Children can never give us. They offer a love that never grows up, never judges, and never leaves your side. Today, we are going to explore why your brain treats them like family and why this is actually a sign of your high emotional intelligence. This relationship might just be the most honest and pure bond you will ever experience. Let us start with the most obvious reason, which is the concept of the forever child. If you have raised human children, you know that your primary job is to prepare them to leave you. That is the difficult reality of human parenting. You teach them to walk so they can eventually walk away into their own lives. You teach them to talk so they can argue their own points and find their own voices. You raise them to become independent adults who, eventually, will not need your constant care anymore. But a pet is the child that stays with you forever. For those who have experienced the pain of abandonment or the quiet of an empty nest, a pet is a perfect blessing. They will never pack their bags for college or move across the country for a new job. They stay in that precious toddler phase for their entire lives. They will always need you to feed them and always look to you for protection. They always want to be near you, creating a sense of permanent safety and purpose. This bond is frozen in time, protected from the natural pain of growing apart that happens with humans. Have you ever looked at your dog or cat and felt a sudden, overwhelming wave of love so strong it almost feels like aggression? A feeling where you just want to squeeze them because you cannot handle how cute they are? Psychologists call this cute aggression, and it is your brain's way of trying to regulate an overdose of love. This happens because of a biological concept called neoteny. Humans are hardwired by the Creator to protect babies. Evolution installed a code in our minds that says if a creature has big eyes and a round forehead, we must keep it alive. Human children eventually grow out of these features, but your pet never does. A dog or a cat is biologically designed to remain in a permanent state of infancy in our eyes. When you look into their eyes, your brain releases oxytocin, the cuddle hormone. This is the exact same chemical signature that bonds a mother to her newborn infant. So, when you call yourself a pet mom or a dog dad, you're not just using a cute nickname. You're describing the chemical reality of your own brain. You are a parent because your biology has decided that you are one, but biology is only part of the story. We must also talk about the software of our hearts. In human relationships, attachment is often complicated and filled with expectations. Children grow up, they learn to judge, and sometimes they learn to say hurtful things. Human parenting is a long process of learning how to let go. Pet parenting, however, is a beautiful process of holding on. For the person who treats their pet like a child, that animal represents the eternal innocent. Your pet will never criticize your career choices or judge the way you live your life. They will never move to another city and forget to call you on your birthday. Psychologically, your fur baby offers a secure haven without the risk of rejection. If you have ever felt abandoned or if you find the complexity of human society exhausting, a pet is the ultimate antidote. It is a relationship that stays in the honeymoon phase of parenting forever. You are drawn to this dynamic not because you are avoiding reality, but because you are seeking a safe harbor in a cold world. You are creating a bond that is unbreakable by time, age, or maturity. You are choosing a child who will stay with you, love you, and need you until the very end. A pet offers the simplest and most honest form of love available to us. This is a massive draw for people who deal with high anxiety or the daily stresses of modern life. When you come home to your pet, you do not have to explain your bad day at work. You do not have to apologize for being tired or pretend to be someone you are not. They just want you exactly as you are in this very moment. Maybe you felt judged by your own parents or by the society around you, but your dog or your cat looks at you and sees a hero, a provider, and a friend. This is why we spoil them with special meals and let them sleep in our beds. We are rewarding them for making us feel safe and accepted. We are giving them the best life possible because they give us the only place in the world where we are truly enough. Now, let us look at you, the human behind the bond. Society often tries to paint the pet parent as someone filling a void or someone who is lonely. They use lazy labels like the crazy cat lady to dismiss your deep connection. But the truth is that people who treat pets like children are often high capacity nurturers. You have a surplus of caregiving energy that needs a place to go. You are likely the person in your friend group who makes sure everyone gets home safely. You are the one who remembers every birthday and worries about the well being of others. For the modern generations, this connection is even more profound because the world has become so expensive and uncertain. Traditional milestones like buying a home or starting a large human family feel out of reach for many. But that nurturing instinct, the deep need to take care of something, does not just disappear. It is still there, pulsing inside of you, looking for a recipient. So, the pet becomes the center of all that beautiful caregiving energy. They are not a replacement for a human in a negative way. They are a meaningful alternative. They allow you to have a family and a sense of belonging without the crushing weight of modern financial stress. They allow you to be a caregiver while still maintaining your own sense of freedom and independence. They are the light version of parenthood that fits perfectly into a busy, modern life. By embracing this bond, you're claiming your identity as a nurturer. You're saying that you have love to give, and you will give it to the creature that appreciates it the most. For many of us, this bond is just as real and just as sacred as any blood relation. It is a family that is chosen, not just one you were born into. There is another layer to this connection, and it is about the feeling of control in a chaotic world. Raising a human being is a messy and unpredictable process. You can do everything right, and things can still go wrong because they make their own choices. But with a pet, you have a beautiful sense of total responsibility and care. You choose what they eat, where they go, and who they play with every day. For people who feel like their own lives are out of control, raising a pet perfectly becomes a powerful way to cope. You see this in owners who are obsessed with the perfect diet or a strict schedule for their cat. They are channeling their anxiety into a positive act of caring for a living creature. It feels good to be the master of a small, happy world when the rest of the world feels like it is falling apart. It feels good to know that you can keep this one living thing healthy and safe. We should also look at the different types of pet parents, because we all have our own reasons for this bond. Which one are you? Perhaps you are the guardian, the anxious protector who worries if they even sneeze. You might have cameras in your house to watch them while you're at work because you do not trust the world with your baby. Psychology says you are likely a person with very high empathy, but also high anxiety. Your pet has become your external heart, walking around outside of your body. When they are safe, you finally feel like you can breathe. You treat them like a child because you deeply understand how fragile and precious life truly is. Or maybe you are the soulmate, the deep bonder who talks to their pet as if they understand every word. You prefer a quiet Friday night with your dog over a loud night out with human friends. You are seeking intellectual and emotional intimacy that is free from the games humans play. You value authenticity and the fact that your pet allows you to take off your social mask. You are likely an introvert and a thinker who values deep connection over superficial noise. Then there is the Redeemer, the healer who rescued their pet from a dark situation. Maybe they were broken, scared, or sick when you found them, and you chose to fix them with your love. By saving them, you're often healing a part of your own past. Every time you show them kindness, you are proving to yourself that the world can still be a good place. You treat them like a child because you want to give them the safety you wish you had more of in your own life. This leads us to the most powerful psychological point of all: reparenting. When we treat our pets like children, we are often subconsciously fixing the way we were treated when we were small. Think about the gentle way you talk to your dog or cat. You tell them they are good, they are smart, and they are loved. Is that how the adults in your life talked to you when you were a child? If it wasn't, then you are performing a beautiful act of healing for your own inner child. You are giving this animal the patience and the safety that you once craved for yourself. Every time you buy them a new toy, you are healing the part of yourself that did not have enough joy. Every time you hold them during a thunderstorm, you are comforting the part of yourself that was once left alone in the dark. You are proving that you have the power to be a protective and loving parent. You are breaking cycles of pain by using the language of a different species. This is why it hurts so much when people mock pet parents or call them crazy. They do not see that it is not just about the animal. It is about a human being trying to put more love into the world than they took out of it. Because we love them like children, we also grieve them like children when the time comes. This is the hardest part of the psychology of the fur baby. When a pet parent loses their child, society often tells them to just get over it. They say, it was just a dog, or you can always get another one. But your brain and your heart completely disagree with that cold logic. Your brain has lost its primary source of daily joy and oxytocin. It has lost the routine and the soul that relied on it for every single thing. This pain is real, and it is valid, even if society does not always have a ritual for it. If you treat your pet like a child, you're losing a true member of your family. You are losing the only witness to your private, everyday life. The silence in your house feels heavy, because the forever child who filled it with life is gone. We are living in a time where the definition of family is finally expanding. For thousands of years, family was mostly about survival and bloodlines, but today, family is defined by the depth of the connection we choose to nurture. If you treat your pet like your child, you are a pioneer in this new emotional landscape. You are proving that biology is not the only thing that defines a family. Love is what defines a family. You are proving that a soul is a soul, regardless of the body it inhabitates. There is a profound spiritual maturity in looking at a creature that cannot speak your language and saying, "You are mine, and I am yours." So, if you call your dog your son or your cat your daughter, do not let anyone make you feel small or foolish. You are simply a person with a massive capacity for love. You have found the safest and purest place in this world to put that love. You have found a relationship that is free from lies, judgment, and the complications of the human ego. You have chosen to be a guardian to a soul that cannot speak for itself. And in return, that soul has given you a love that does not require any words at all. Whether it is biology, your personal history, or just the human need for connection, what you feel is real. So, go ahead and buy the silly sweater or cook the special chicken dinner. Talk to them in that voice that only the two of you understand. Because in a world that can often feel so hard and so cold, loving something with your entire heart is never a mistake. It is the highest form of grace we can experience. If you have a fur baby who changed your life just by being there, you know exactly what I mean. You have a bond that is a forever blessing. Family is not always about whose blood you carry in your veins. Sometimes family is about who is waiting by the door to welcome you home every single day. That is a love worth celebrating.